Pepper Grinder is a game that brings platforming adventures to life with thrilling action and witty gameplay. In this game world, your hand is a powerful drill, and your adventure begins on a mysterious island full of dangers and riddles. The game is a series of 2D levels filled with enemies, platforms, and exciting obstacles. You'll have to fight your way through gaunt walls and monsters, collect gems, and tackle challenges that trip you up at every turn. One of the key features of Pepper Grinder is its dynamic and addictive gameplay. You'll switch between drilling holes in the ground and gunning down enemies, experiencing new kinds of adrenaline at every step of your journey. Although the game may seem short, it offers a huge variety of levels and challenges. From encounters with friendly giants to battles with mechanical suits and bosses, each level of Pepper Grinder is filled with amazing moments and adventures. One of the game's shortcomings is the lack of a large number of bosses. However, the ones that are present are unique and exciting battles that add to the overall experience of the game. The drilling mechanics are the backbone of Pepper Grinder's gameplay. It allows players to control the drill, smashing through objects in the levels and creating new paths. This element makes the game unique and interesting as players are constantly faced with new challenges and puzzles to solve using drilling. In addition to drilling, the game incorporates standard platformer elements such as jumping, walking, and running. This adds variety and depth to the gameplay, allowing players to use different strategies to complete levels. Boss battles are another key aspect of the game. Each boss has unique attacks and weaknesses that the player must utilize to emerge victorious. Boss battles present a real challenge to the player's skills and strategy, and they add intensity and adrenaline to the game. The graphics and level design are visually appealing and varied. From animals to architectural elements, all the objects in the levels are well designed and colorful. The level designs are varied and creative, offering players many interesting challenges and puzzles. Controlling on PC can be difficult due to the drilling mechanics, but the game offers the option to use a controller, making the controls more comfortable. The variety of clothing items and hairstyles for Pepper adds to the game's creativity and allows you to personalize your character. Progressing through the game gradually increases the difficulty of the levels and offers new challenges for the player. New bosses, enemies, and mechanics make the gameplay exciting and interesting, continuously keeping the player interested. Pepper Grinder's traversal is different, offering the player several advantages. In this game, you can move around objects instead of just jumping over or under them, which adds interest to completing levels. A drill strapped to your character's arm allows you to hide many objects within the terrain, creating a sense of discovering new paths and secrets. Basic mechanics include standard jumping and walking, but practicing with the drill becomes the centerpiece of gameplay. However, these unique mechanics can cause some difficulty and controversy, especially when first attempting difficult levels where careful and precise control is required. The game's graphics, despite their pixelated nature, offer a lot to enjoy, especially thanks to the variety of moving objects in each level. Enemies, obstacles, and even the backgrounds create an atmosphere that makes exploring and completing levels a pleasure. Boss battles represent a separate and epic part of the game. Each boss has a unique appearance and attack pattern that requires a strategic approach to defeat. While some bosses can be challenging, each one has a clear path to victory that isn't hard to find. The level design in Pepper Grinder may seem familiar to fans of classic side-scrollers, but it has its own original feature. Levels start out with basic designs, but as the game progresses, they become more complex, requiring new skills and strategies from the player. Players will encounter a variety of objects that they will have to go through, ranging from giant pots to various creatures, making the gameplay varied and interesting. The controls in the game can be a challenge, especially on a computer keyboard. Using a controller can make the game much easier to play, improving the accuracy and comfort of the controls. However, some peripherals may not be compatible, which can create additional challenges when playing the game. The game also offers the ability to customize your character's appearance by changing hair and clothing in stores located in different parts of the game world. This adds elements of individuality and variety to the gameplay, allowing players to personalize their character according to their preferences. Pepper Grinder does a great job of emphasizing the development of players' skills as they progress through the game. It may seem tedious at times, but Pepper's adventure has its own enjoyable moments that are worth experiencing. Using drilling as a means of transportation seems neat, and battles with monster bosses offer interesting challenges, though sometimes the fun fades too quickly. Despite some flaws, including occasionally frustrating controls, the developers at ARA have managed to create something unlike other games. While not every aspect is perfect, some players are sure to find something in the game that will compel them to explore and discover.